Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at a new shotgun we just got in. It is of course the Tokyo Marui AA-12 shotgun. Ever since these have been announced at the hobby show quite some time ago in Japan, the anticipation has been growing steadily up to fever pitch just before they were released. Marui are the first manufacturer to attempt making an AA-12 shotgun. They're the first ones to do it. The AA-12, obviously based on the real steel version, is iconic at this stage. I suppose recent movies like The Expendables have made it infamous, should I say, and computer games as well. It's featured in quite a lot of them. Probably most popular would probably be Modern Warfare, and then even massive YouTubers that like FPS Russia. He did a video a year or two ago with the real one, obviously dual wielding two of them, shooting them one-handed. So they've got quite an iconic following, and when Marui again, when they announced that there was an airsoft version coming, everybody got a little bit excited, to say the least. We'll start off with the gun itself. I'll try the box first. Like all Marui products, the boxes are a piece to be looked at on their own, and then obviously we'll move on to the gun, and then we'll do a shooting test at the end. Okay, so the first thing you notice about the box is actually the sheer size of it. The gun itself is quite a large gun, so we'll get to that, but the box itself, as you can see, is a lot thicker than normal AEG boxes. Also, you can see the slight chamfer or bevel along the front. Nice little touch from Marui. We just run over the box, some of the box stuff quickly. Obviously AA-12 sledgehammer. Let's see, can I get in here just make this a wee bit clearer for you? So some of the spec then that's listed on the box. So we have the AA-12, also known as the sledgehammer. 3 hop-up barrels. That's one of the main features of this gun, and we'll spend quite a bit of time on it later. 30 shots per second, so it's extremely high rate of fire. It achieves that with the 3 barrels. Again, we'll explain it later. So fully automatic tri-shot AES, auto electric shotgun by Tokyo Marui. We're probably very familiar with the term AEG. AES is for auto electric. Move over to the other side of the box. So again, we have AA-12, 3 full auto tri-shot. You can see here it actually has a FET system, which is kind of similar to a MOSFET. It's more to do with the battery control and stuff to protect the motor and gearbox and things from high voltage batteries. Again, we'll explain it. Quad 2x2 or 2x2 FET circuit, again relating to the FET system. Cashimer coat, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. I'll explain that a bit later. That's actually to do with the components. From the little bit of research that I could find on it, it was to do with a component in the gearbox. I think it's a self-lubricating piece for the piston in the gearbox, which helps it for reliability and maintenance. It should mean less. The only other wee feature probably on the box is, hope this is the series number 1. So again, that's for series number 1. It's the first auto electric shotgun from Marui. Okay, so that's the outside of the box pretty much covered, and we'll finally get on to the gun itself. So there you go. That's why it's such a large box. It's quite a large gun. We'll start off with the magazine. There's going to be 2 magazines available for the Marui AA-12. Unfortunately, at launch, Marui have done this a few times recently with some of their products. They only actually have the mid-cap or low capacity magazine available. This is a 93 round magazine, which sounds actually quite good, but when you consider that the gun fires 3 BBs with every shot, you fly through these mags in no time. The magazine itself is lovely and solid construction, and you can see it has actually kind of embossed along its sledgehammer. There's also a lovely textured, quite an aggressive textured feel to the mag. No problem with grip. Along the back of the magazine there, you can see there's the long rail. I'll get to that when I'm on the gun. That's how it slides in. So that's the mag that comes with the gun. Marui do have a 3000 round drum mag, which is going to really make this gun really appealing once it's launched. They're saying it should be out hopefully next month, which is March. And as soon as it becomes available, you have a 3000 round drum mag, which will really make this gun something to be reckoned with. Pop that in and move on to the gun itself. Pretty much everything else in the box is pretty much standard. I'll just put this to the side momentarily. Underneath you get the cleaning rod, the manual. What do we get in our little... So it looks like a sight adjustment tool, a large plug for the front of the barrel, Sample of Marui BBs. I think that's it. Yeah, the wee loading tool and cleaning rod from Marui, quite basic ones. And of course you have the manual and stuff too. We'll not spend too much time on it as it is in Japanese, so we won't get too much information. If there's anything we need to go back to, we will. Okay, let's get this box out of the way now and then we'll move on to the gun. Okay, so here's the gun. The first thing you notice about the gun when you get it is the actual weight. As you'd imagine from a large gun, it is quite hefty and there's a lovely heavy solid feel to it. The main body of the gun is made from plastic from Marui, but like all Marui guns that are made from plastic, it's a high quality, high grade plastic. I think the real one possibly is made out of polymer. Metal components then on the gun, pretty much anything you see in silver. The rail guide, trigger mechanisms, the sights, anything basically in silver is made from metal, apart from the charging handle. You got a sneak peek there of the hop-up system, I'll come back to it in a moment. But apart from that, the feel of the gun is rock solid. It's a lovely feel. I have noticed that some people are giving out of the box. These come obviously secured for shipping, but some people have been giving out about the sling swivels on the front and the back, that there's a bit of play. The actual front of the box shows the gun without the sling swivels, but just having a quick look at them, there doesn't seem to be an easy way to remove them apart from just tapping out the push pins. I don't know whether that's a permanent removal and you can reinstall them then, I'm not too sure. But one thing to bear in mind is one of the first guns we sold a customer, the first thing he did was he put a nice 2-point sling on it. And as soon as there was tension on these, they were no longer rattling around, they were solid, and it was a great way to hold it. The magazine that I mentioned earlier, there's a track, a railed with a flare at the bottom. And what this does then is it obviously aids you in putting the magazine in, so it's in and out. The magazine release, you can see here, when you press it, the mag won't necessarily drop out. And in inserting it back in, you don't have to ram it in, but you do have to push it in quite hard. If you do it slowly, you can get caught up on the magazine release. That's the gun. Regarding detail and stuff, then along the top we have a nice AA-12 sledgehammer engraved in there. I'll get some close-ups of it. We'll move on to one of the best features of the gun. So if you pop back the breech, unfortunately it's not spring loaded. It probably would have been nice, but for adjusting the hop system it's quite easy. Leaves it back like that. All you have to do is push it forward again. Possibly a negative towards the gun that this is made from plastic, but again, when it comes to Marui, it's more than likely rock solid. So there's the hop-up unit. Totally different to anything you've seen before. The 3 dials indicate the 3 independent hop units that the gun has. Each barrel is individually hopped. So you can basically, it does exactly what it says. Each hop is independent of each other. So when you adjust one hop, you're not adjusting another barrel. You can see it says L, T, and R. So that's for left, for top, and for right. So you adjust each barrel. The top barrel, the adjustment is up and down like a traditional hop-up unit that you have seen before. But the left and right doesn't actually hop the barrel up or down. It actually hops it further left, and on the right barrel, if you hop it right, it'll hop it further right. This allows you to increase the spread or tighten the spread of your BBs. So when every time you pull the trigger, 3 BBs come out. If you have the hops fully adjusted, the central hop will hop up, left to the left, right to the right, and you can tweak them and adjust them for whatever range and stuff you're going to be engaging for them. Out of the box with them fully off, the grouping's quite tight, as we'll see later on. So that's it. It's one of the keenest or coolest features of the gun, should I say. The selector on the others is on the other side. The real gun doesn't actually have this, but the airsoft one does. So we have, the only indications on it are S and F. So S is for safe. The central selection has no indication, but it's basically for semi. And then F is for full auto. The sights on it are quite peculiar, sorry, if you're not used to them, but they are in line with the correct real steel ones. The battery compartment on the gun is in the stock. Another nice wee feature you can see on the stock, hope the camera's picking it up, is the nice AA-12 that's engraved into the stock. It's quite straightforward to get to the battery compartment. You basically just press those up and it pops right off. So I'll show you the back. This is your battery compartment. Actually, this is a good time to talk about the battery. Marui recommends an 8.4 NIM for a nickel cadmium battery, and this is where the FET system also comes in. This small hole here, if you connect voltage higher than 8.4, again, the customer I mentioned earlier did try it. He put an 11.1 on just to see what would happen, and the red light glows solid red, and the gun won't fire. It stops you from firing the gun purely to protect the motor on the gearbox. It also has another feature. If your battery is getting low or is about to be depleted, the red light will blink, indicating that your battery is nearly empty and you need to change. It's a nice wee system. Battery compartment isn't massive, so you're already kind of talking an 8.4 small type. That's the way to go, and that's what Marui also recommends. Okay, so we have a battery in the gun now. I'll show you the magazine is clear. Actually, that's one other feature with the mid-cap mags. We have the little spring-loaded follower, which means it'll feed every last BB out of the magazine into the gun. So you have no BBs in between the magazine and the hop unit. That's another thing. Actually, as long as you're right-handed, the magazine release is nice and conveniently located beside the trigger. In certain magazines, it takes a wee bit getting used to. The rail does aid in popping them in and out, and you do have to use a little bit of force, not excessive, but just once you have it on the rail, for example there, it's stuck, release it, click it in, and it's fine. Fire modes then, so we have safe, into semi, and then what it's meant for, full auto. The trigger pull on it is a wee bit longer than what you'd expect from typical AEGs, but then this isn't a typical AEG. So there's quite a long pull on it, and you can hear the reset on it. It does, there's kind of like a click as it travels back to the front. But again, full auto is the way to go. We will have, our customer's actually dropping back in with his own gun. He was one of the first ones to pick it up, and we're going to test fire that. So as soon as he comes back in, that'll be the next part of the video. Okay, so we're getting on to the cool stage now, the actual firing of the gun. This is actually one of our customers' guns. He was kind enough to come back in with his test fired up here in the range, and then also let us use it for his video. He's also, as you can see, fitted a beautiful tactical tailor sling, I think is what he calls it. It's an excellent sling for this gun. It fits perfect, and actually it's lovely and comfy on. We'll start off just showing you the fire modes first. So you obviously save. I'm into semi. That's obviously 3 BBs every time. And then full auto. That's what everybody wants to see. And then, so just for kicks, there's another full mag here. It's epic. Whenever the drum mags do come available, this is going to be brilliant. Okay, so we have another camera set up downrange to kind of show you the sheer devastation that this thing can do. Straight to full auto. So we have another mag loaded. We might as well go straight into it. So quick. We're going to move on to some other targets then and check the accuracy. Okay, so we have some more targets set up again now. See what the accuracy is like. We put it in semi to start with. Texas Star should be interesting. Nearly there. We set them up again, see how it happens in full auto. Okay, so you can see from the First shots on Sammy there, actually missed a couple. It's the first time firing the gun, so it's taking a bit of time to get used to. When you have fully automatic, 3 big bees every time. Let's try it the second time, see what it's like in full auto. Can't help fire. You can't help but smile when you're firing this thing. It's epic. Okay, so we've the higher target set up now, and we're going to go back to Sammy and try to hone in my shooting skills, get a bit more accurate. So first few shots there was a wee bit wide off the mark. Hop up still hasn't been adjusted, haven't touched it. From reports so far, the gun's actually from another customer actually that has a gun already. He said he finds the gun a little bit more accurate actually on full auto rather than on semi. Haven't tested it yet. We only have maybe probably only 8 meters at max, maybe even a wee bit less in here, so it's quite a short range we're testing. The gripping's quite tight. Again, we haven't adjusted the hop, so we haven't started looking at our left or our right curl on the side barrels. I just want to keep shooting. So there is a bit of pull. You might have seen the travel on the trigger. Pop this mag out. It's a long enough pull, but considering the tech and stuff that's in the gearbox, it's kind of have to be expected. I know the newer designs from other manufacturers and other guns, in rifles and assault rifles and stuff, it's a lot less. But once you get used to it, it's fine, and then in full auto, it makes no difference at all. Serious piece of kit. Still another mag here with BBs, so be rude not to. Excellent. Okay, so that's the AA-12 pretty much covered. Was all the hype anticipation worth it? In my personal opinion, I think it was. Some people won't agree, some people just won't like this gun, won't like the shape, won't like the look of it. But shotgun, automatic, 3000 round box mag once it comes, 3 BBs in each shot, 30 rounds per second. There's a lot to like about it. The functionality's there. It's made by Marui, so quality, reliability should be there too. I think it's an excellent gun. If you like the video, please hit the like button, it really helps us out. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. You'll get some new videos in your subs box once they become available. Thanks very much for watching.